And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. This is Maverick here with another episode of Bakemonogatari. So, this is going to be part of my pre-recorded series. By the time you're watching this, I should be in Japan right now on my snowboarding vacation. So, as you guys can see from that big box of luggage over there. But anyways, so we are now in the third episode, I presume, of the Hanekawa arc. Honestly, last episode came as a surprise. I didn't think that they were going to make this sort of detour towards Senjugahara's story, and particularly her relationship with Araragi. But it was a nice and enjoyable episode overall. I did really like their interactions with each other. It was cute, it was wholesome, and I gained, you know, I definitely, my opinion of Senjugahara definitely went up by a lot, as well as my opinion of this specific pairing, right? Now, with that said, we should be back on the main storyline now, which does deal with Hanekawa. And I still maintain my belief that part of her problems right now, the reason why she's exhibiting these oddities around her, is the fact that she's stressed out by the fact that Araragi is now dating Senjugahara, right? I still believe that there might be some lingering feelings that she has for him. So, is that true or not? Let's get into the episode and find out. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, who's this? This should be Araragi, right? Yeah. Oh, it's the next day. Okay. Yeah, he's happy. Oh, it's Mayuri. Been a while since we've seen her. What? No. Watch out! What? Ow. Are you sure, Aragi? She is not impressed. Oh, okay. Kamimashita! That's sort of, wordplay, I guess you could say. Hmm. Actually, I don't get it. So, what is Mayuri doing around here, anyways? Like, yeah, sure, I know that she's still staying around. Like, what does she do on a day-to-day basis? I think you'd be surprised. Not impressed. What? A donut? Mr. What? And why did that look like it was out in the Wild Wild West or something? Right, so, and now where exactly did she go? Ah, there we go. Back to Hanekawa's. At least let my heart be by your side. Yeah, the lyrics to this absolutely sound like it has something to do with love or something. Mm-hmm. I'll forever wait like it was that day. So, yeah, that to me also is sort of like a hint. Definitely this as well. There we go. Cat ears, but don't laugh. There he is. Cat ears. Anikawa style. Black cat ears, the same colors as her hair. I think I'm getting good at this. Reading the flashing text after the opening song. This from Anikawa. Oh, that's Sanjigahara. Oh, were you supposed to be on a date? Humanitarian aid. Oh, literally at school. My voice actor is excellent. That's him more like Kemba. I love that little meta discussion there. Yeah, she definitely knows that he's off trying to save someone. I think that's part of what she likes about him as well. Oh. Really? Yeah. Your cat ears, right? Oh, no. Sugar cat ears, right? I mean, I guess we were kind of spoiled by the opening text. Once again, going off to some random topics. Oh, that's a trick. Okay. Huh. Okay. Big bear cat. Yeah. La. You know, forward. Yeah, but what's the joke? I actually don't. Really? Sasuke Araraki. Yeah, that was completely random, but quite interesting as well. Ah, there we go. The cat ears. Hmm. And that what she's isn't that what he said about Senjugahara as well? I never really noticed too much, but Hanekawa also has a great, a real mature body as well. And there's the ears. Huh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, they're all girls. Oh, it's the all the oddities. Lost cow, monkey's paw, snake constrictor. Really? Hey, those are all the girls' names, and the last one was her. Oh. Hmm. quite a bit different from her original catchphrase. What? Last saw him yesterday. Sawali Neko. Oh. Why does he know? Hmm? Ask the cat? Perverted cat? Okay. 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 At least we're getting back to the main storyline now. Alright, see you guys in a second. And there we have it. We are back to Hanekawa's story here, right? Her oddity situation. And really, with this episode, I'm getting more and more convinced that her oddity has something to do with her feelings towards Araragi here, right? I already mentioned, with the way that she talks with him, and then the opening song and whatnot. I'm getting very, very suspicious of this. And then with this episode as well, particularly with the mention of, the vampire charisma and how that brings in all these girls surrounding Araragi now. Definitely there was a before and after. He was never this popular and whatnot. Maybe it's just me, but I do get the slight hint of jealousy within that. So maybe she's thinking, hey, it could have been an entire situation where, you know, they could have developed a relationship slowly, and then now all of a sudden there's all these cute girls surrounding him, right? Including Senjugahara. So again, I might be going on a completely wrong direction, but that is how I feel about the situation right now. And we'll probably get to that at the end of the next episode, really. We still have, after this one, we have episode 14 and 15, I believe. And it seems to me that we might be actually finishing her arc, Hanekawa's arc, in the next one. The reason being that there seems to be some other story, particularly in regards to Shinobu, right? The vampire. So that, of course, might be setting it up for the next season. But at the same time, you know, that doesn't seem like... I don't know, it just feels to me that that's probably something that will need to be resolved within this season as well. Otherwise, why specifically mention here and bring attention to that? So that's why I'm guessing that perhaps we're gonna get one more episode of Hanekawa, and then maybe one final episode in regards to Shinobu, and maybe learn a little bit more about Araragi and you know, his circumstances as well. And we can definitely see the Shinobu thing is probably a little bit bigger than was initially portrayed at the beginning of this episode, right? We see Onishi, Onishi? Is it Onishi? Mei, alright? We see Mei being quite busy as well. He actually seems like he's preoccupied with something. His dialogue with Araki is really quite cryptic, right? It seems that, you know, there's something off about him, and Araki feels that way too. However, I honestly don't know what it is. I'm making an assumption right now that it's just because he's preoccupied and being busy. Perhaps it has something to do with Shinobu as well, or maybe that entire setup was just that he was busy doing something, and so he didn't have time to look after Shinobu, and that's why Shinobu ran off to a donut store, right? It could be something as simple as that as well. And so, yeah, that's pretty much all that I can talk about for this episode, beyond more information. We definitely get a lot of random conversations now. We had a lot of random conversations in the last episode, lots of random conversations here as well. But honestly, it was pretty funny, right? And there's just something very entertaining about Araragi explaining the jokes in a very serious manner. Like, these are honestly pretty lame jokes, and some of them aren't even, you know, on themselves aren't actually that funny. But just in the context of the situation and seeing Araragi do his best to decipher these jokes and then still vehemently retorting at the same time, there's just something very, very funny about that. That, I don't know, I quite enjoyed it. The humor of this is, I guess, it caters to a specific taste, let's just say. So there's probably some people who will think that this is hilarious, and some people who are like, what is this shit? I don't want to listen to this anymore. It's boring, right? Definitely polarizing in a sort of way, but honestly, I do like it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I really don't have anything else to add to this story, so I guess we can just go into the next one and see what actually happens. So I'll at least be recording one more. Well, I get to the finale, maybe not. It all depends on the time. I literally have to do some finishing touches to my luggage, and I leave for the airport in a few more hours. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.